The original three-wheeled motorcycles go back all the way to the 1910s, and probably a little bit before that, and I'm talking about the sidecars. Sidecars were huge with original Harley models, and they aren't exactly trikes either. They're just two-wheeled motorcycles outfitted with a sidecar that has another wheel to support its weight. The 1915 Model 11J would become one of the more popular models of sidecar racers. So Harley guaranteed 11 horsepower from its 61-inch engine. Also stating that this might be a conservative number given that their dyno has gone over 16 horsepower and the racing model has even hit 20 horsepower. And the racing community was basically like, okay, we're listening. So Harley decided to advertise the changes that they actually made. The model had a better exhaust and intake design, and they also beefed up the ports, the valves, and the carburetor. Sidecar racers were convinced, and they started buying this new model from Harley. And Harley's actually dominated the tracks in this time period. However, they saw times of sort of stagnant sales, and this was almost 100% due to Henry Ford starting to penetrate the U.S. motorcycle market. A couple of things: he was obviously a very good manufacturer. The Model T had just come out. The second reason, he was also very good at marketing. So much so that he captured the attention of a whole different marketplace and was able to actually steal business from a motorcycle manufacturer. As the market share became a bit rigorous, Harley decided to invest back into improving their engines little piece by little piece, and this actually got them through most of the hard times of sales. The Depression hit in 29, World War I, World War II, which actually saved the company. And we're going to fast forward to 1955. In 1955, you have the real trike, and that is the Harley-Davidson Cervicar. The model actually came out in 1932. The 1955 Cervicars were really starting to look like the modern-day Freewheeler. And the Cervicar was really the F-150 of motorcycles. People ran their businesses through them. People put huge refrigerators in the back of them and sold ice cream out of them. And the Cervicar was actually Harley-Davidson's longest-running model, going to 1973, making it 42 years old. Later, the Sportster would beat that, turning 43 in the year 2000. Fast forward to 2014, Project Rushmore is in its first model cycle, and while most of us are distracted by the vented fairings and touchscreen navigation, the next year, the Freewheeler would make a sneaky entrance. It was the second option for the three-wheel enthusiasts, and immediately when it came out, we shot this video with a sales guy named Spanky.
Ever since I was a little boy, I always loved my big wheel. My mom would be like, Spanky, come inside, it's 2 a.m. And I'd be like, no way, Susan, and I'd ride off into the night.
It's a copywritten song, so now that I am demonetized, let's go take this bike out for a test ride and see how it feels.
Now the guy whose helmet I'm wearing, his name is James. He's actually a technician at Burt's Barracuda.
My name is James, I'm a technician.
And he's starting up his own channel called Gulf Ghost. I'm gonna leave a link in the description, check him out. He's gonna be moto vlogging.
What is up, internet? That is Gulf Ghost out here.
But we're gonna be doing some collabs and Freewheeler, hey! And hopefully some install videos and things of that nature. Some stuff that has previously not been on Burt's Harley-Davidson's channel. But we are at the 2019 Full Throttle Magazine Expo, and sales manager Brett came up to me and was like, why don't you ever do videos on a Freewheeler? And so I said, let's do a video on the Freewheeler. And there's nothing really too exciting about this particular Freewheeler, besides the fact that they put on RC component wheels, which make it look a lot cooler. But honestly, I love the Freewheeler. It's what we used to call a big boy's big wheel.
It's like a big boy's big wheel!
But of course, Freewheeler is Harley's second option to a trike. 3 wheels here. It's just a little sportier than your full-blown tri-glide. Doesn't have the fairing, doesn't have as big of a trunk, although it does have a big trunk. I have seen some people do some really cool builds on Freewheelers. If you haven't ridden a trike, it's a little strange when you go to put your feet down at a stoplight because you're pretty well balanced. There was a pretty big stigma around people who rode trikes, especially since I'm from South Florida. A lot of older guys, but not so much anymore. Personally, I think it's pretty cool that if you have a disability or you're not comfortable balancing a two-wheel bike, that you're going to opt to keep riding and hit three wheels. Especially this one. This one I could see myself riding.
So it's a bit of a rough cut of me riding a Freewheeler with some gear that I was trying out before I make a purchase myself. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you next time.
Look at that. That's pretty badass, huh? Look at these tables. Look at our pallet wall.
Why don't you just look at it? Yeah, it's sad. It's the only market.
I mean, just look at it.